afternoon, Prosper. Although this isn't the ideal situation and we were expecting to return to school this week, e-learning will continue, which means our show will too. I'm Maddie Wilbanks, and this is the Pandemic Program, bringing you all you need to know from just 6 feet away. Last week, we challenged several PISD administrators to send us their video check-ins. This week, we caught up with Dr. Watkins, Mr. Toth, and Dr. Burdett to see what they have been doing during quarantine.
This is Dr. Burdett checking in for ENN. Just want you all to know that we're thinking about you. We miss you guys. Stay safe. I'm in the car with Miss Brantley. We are doing a little carpool karaoke. There's Miss Brantley right there.
Hey!
Miss Brantley, will you do a little carpool karaoke with me for ENN?
Of course.
All right, here we go. Our family. I got all my sisters and me.
Right, onto West Prosper Trail.
We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. We miss you, Eagles.
Oh, what's up, Rock Hill and PHS students? Mr. Toth checking in is challenged by Mr. Hatch to see what we're all doing during the school closure. As you can see, most of my days are spent trying out the mascot head. I do a lot of my work in that. It's not very awkward because there's nobody here, and plus nobody can judge me, so that's great. And then I've got my motivation behind me that I look to quite frequently, every day to keep going. So, but no, everything's going great here. Continuing to build the hill. We've got a lot of great things going on. A lot of our coaches are starting to communicate with their players, band, choir. So we've got a lot of great things that are lined up. Just keep pushing forward and moving things along. We've got 133 days till our opening day, so we're excited about that, and it'll be here before we know it. So just keep at it, keep working hard. Thanks for putting this together, ENN. You guys are doing an awesome job, and everybody, we miss you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Hello, Eagle Nation. We hope everybody's doing well out there, taking care of yourselves as we're dealing with this pandemic. This is certainly uncharted times for our community and our school district. Social distancing, self-quarantining, gosh, it's easy to get down. For me, I'm keeping my chin up, knowing we're going to have brighter days. Continue to work proud of me. Remember, we are Prosper.
The State Fair of Texas would not be complete without the famous Big Tex. Greeting millions of people every year at the fair, Big Tex's booming voice must show many qualities such as friendliness, loyalty, and commitment. Auditions for the voice of Big Tex began Wednesday, April 1st and will end on April 15th. There will be 4 rounds in the audition, and the winner will be selected by July. With the closure of schools throughout the country, Prosper ISD is staying strong as a community. Every Friday night from 8 to 9, the Prosper Football Stadium will shine its lights in hopes to remind citizens to keep shining their lights on the world. These lights will continue to shine every Friday night until schools are opened back up, and we can link arms and sing the fight song as a community once again. Last Wednesday, April 1st, Prosper residents set out lanterns and candles outside of their homes starting at 7 p.m. until they burned out. The community united with lights to show support to nurses, first responders, and other individuals on the front lines fighting COVID-19. Despite the circumstances, communities were able to show support and hope in spite of the unexpected circumstances. Families in Prosper neighborhood, Whitley Place, decided to create homemade face masks to send to the medical offices in the area. Abigail Smith sat down with the several participants to learn their motive behind the project.
Prosper resident Peggy Epner noticed that there was a desperate need for more medical protection supplies for doctors that are helping to fight COVID-19, and she decided to take matters into her own hands.
So I started pulling things and sticking things together, trying different things, and eventually I pretty quickly came up with a prototype that I thought would make a pretty viable face shield. And I got one doctor who was willing to give it a try. And this doctor gave it a thumbs up. And at that point, I realized this is something that I had to continue.
After perfecting the mask, Peggy shared a video on her neighborhood Facebook page demonstrating how to make a mask and asking others to join in.
So I think our kids are 12 and 9, and I think they don't really get exactly what's going on and how serious it is. They don't understand why they can't hang out with their friends. They don't understand why we can't just go browse around Walmart together and shop or whatever. So seeing us, my husband and I, putting together the face shields kind of showed them, okay, this is really happening. It's so bad that my parents are sitting in the dining room making face shields. So they definitely hit it home a little bit to them about what's really going on.
If you would like to create your own face mask, go to YouTube and search for Peggy Ebner to locate her tutorial. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Abigail Smith. Prosper.
Since the recent cancellation of events in the NBA, many teams like the Lakers, Bucks, and Knicks have gone into quarantine. These teams play in areas like New York and Los Angeles that have been heavily affected by the virus outbreak, so they are taking extra precautions and staying home. The Lakers were able to test all the teammates and all tests came back negative. The results aren't the same for other players such as Kevin Durant of the Brooklyn Nets, Christian Wood of the Detroit Pistons, and Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz, who are currently fighting COVID-19. It's likely that some of you have adopted some unhealthy snacking habits so far while in quarantine, and you may not realize just how many calories are in what you're eating. Sarah Cronin tested some PHS students' knowledge of their snacking habits to see how much they really know.
With many people quarantined at home, junk food is primarily what's eaten, so I decided to test a few Prosper High School students to see if they knew how many calories were in everyday snacks.
I think that there are 150 calories in Oreos.
I think there are 160 calories in 3 Oreo cookies.
I think there are about 250 calories in a bag of Cheetos.
I think that there are 100 calories in a bag of Goldfish.
There are 120 calories in fudge stripe cookies.
I think there are around 175 calories.
I think that there is 250 calories in one Pop-Tart.
As you could tell, most people don't really know how many calories are in snacks that they eat. So as you are stuck in quarantine, enjoy your snacks, but be aware of the amount of things you eat. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Sarah Cronin. Prosper.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and make sure to tune in tomorrow and the rest of the week for more updates. I'm Maddie Wilbanks, and that's all the news you need to know for today. And remember to stay at least 6 feet away.